There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Blog.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
How you calculate time is, you look at your age, the season you are in, how much time you can afford to hold everything else, to search. For me, it was 2 years. I said 2 years of marriage, not 2 years of finding. By 2 years, married and dusted. I went on a hunting mode. And after 1 year, it was so frustrating, nothing, so I changed strategy. I went online. And my PhD colleagues, you listen to a lecturer. Why are you flipping photos of girls? I'll report you. I said, mind your business. And I'm checking. That's when I came to finding decent women. Decent girls. What's your name, my sister? Lynn, take this photo and upload it on your social media. See how many men will be impressed. You can even ask this guy to capture you like you are now, just noting. Like you are. What's your name? Linda, make sure you post this. Decent, clean girls who are single are so rare. So rare. Huh? Have you seen that, my brother? Yes. You will think there are many. Try to look. Many of them are pretending. They are married and settled. So make sure your status reads single. When you discuss with the people, sometimes including birthday, it helps to avoid too many unwanted people. They're too off. They're just not in your age group. So that time I had put it there for those who don't belong to my cluster to cut themselves off. Because why are you arousing my love, making me fall for you only to tell me, sorry, you don't fall in the age group I wanted? Why are you hurting my heart? No, Ali. So indicate the university when to put a little bit of a CV there. Do you get it? For people to gauge themselves, graduated with this. Jennifer Mirembe, remember that? Because when people study, they tend to hide their profile. You attract fake people. When they finally know who you are, they take off. Don't hide who you are and don't flaunt it either. Just because you have a car does not mean every photo has a car. Don't flaunt it, but neither hide it. Now you are coming with a matatu so that you don't intimidate the guy. Will you live by hiding? So be real. And we are saying, we used to check just who is single, who is simple, particularly, and I want to emphasize this. I want you to create time for learning online. Follow teachers and engage their lessons. Other classmates of that school of thought are potential mates. Do you get that? Follow teachers who teach what you believe. And then comment and say, I got this, summarize the lesson, post something. Don't just say noted. Say something that shows how you think. Other school of thoughts, other classmates of that school of thought will like that, and that's how you start friendship. The last thing is SU journey. Don't do this forever. If you do it forever, when it has no timeline, you lack energy, you forget it, you drift away, it becomes a white elephant, you get distracted, you're carried away. I suggest 2 years at most. 18 months, you can get tired if you're doing this every week, you are interacting online. Hello, my name is so-and-so, I am single, and you too. And if you are doing this constantly, you will get it. When you fly in the air, you connect so well. When you meet, and tell me what brings you here? Just adventure. Adventure is so lifelike, isn't it? It's not survival, it's fun. You stop existing survival. You're just in the supermarket buying cereals because you're collapsing. Get out. Let's go on, teach.
Zulu, let me ask.
Yes.
And sometimes when we travel, some people get scared. They think you extravagant. You spend too much. Like I've heard that. When I travel, I don't say,
because they are, yes, they are conversing for you that they are not on your level.
Yeah.
When you meet your twin flame, let's use that word, they will say, you know what, that's what I like about you. We don't travel because we have too much.
Yeah.
we travel because we need it so much. Stop getting fixated with age. Midlife, we check agility. How well you've managed your life. We also check former sexual behavior. You came from a marriage of 22 years. You were faithful. That's a clean life. But if a guy has never been married, but he has 7... Father Abraham with baby mamas. Do you want that? So you're not the same. Stop looking at age too much. Look at the agility, how well your life is put together. You've always been a family woman. You've always actually restrained yourself. Do you know to refuse sodas? The sodas they give us, this sugar that everybody puts in the fridges. The energy drinks, men gallop. I used to take them. I usually feel like kicking myself. When imagine the Red Bulls I used to stock. Those are sugar water. If I did that life until 40, I would have been done. Had I lived that way until 45. So men gulp alcohol, gulp sugar water. They don't care. They gulp things. They don't care. They just don't give a damn. They put 40, put 3 teaspoons. It's cold now. He ends up taking 3 glasses per day, each with 3 teaspoonfuls. And he does that for a month, a year. What has happened to that man within 20 years of that lifestyle? Do you get what I'm talking about? Check how well he is, because you're going to become a nurse. You don't get a helper, you get somebody to help. You also want to be helped. So my advice for midlife daters, if you are 40 and above age, for me I usually say 10-year difference at most, 10-year difference. This is the only time in life that you can marry a man 10 years younger and you're okay, because many times you are more agile than him. Also, you could come from very good genetics, very good genes. Your people always live to 80s and they're very strong. This guy is coming from people who, when you are 65, you are the ancestor. So, some genes are not good, isn't it? They're not good. Something you inherit. So, for me, when I saw my dad and all my people were living, I calculated my age just around. Be realistic sometimes. Are we together? Sometimes be realistic, my friend. We are not here to stay. Can you check your mileage? You start subtracting. Date 45 to 55, but he must be agile. He must not have too many. And sometimes people are not sick, but the sickness is coming because they're still living unconsciously. Are we together? Yes. Somebody is taking so many cholesterol things. How can you imagine a guy at that age still taking fast foods? Do you know cholesterol damage is just as bad as glucose? They just don't know. Once you put on cholesterol drugs, it's for life. And when they suppress cholesterol, they also affect other side effects. You get to other problems. So for me, I suggest this. Get a brother like Dennis Buja, I'm just using for example, and you sit across the table. Just check how agile he looks. Just check what he's eating, how attentive he is. Sometimes people also have bulimia, eating disorders. They eat for comfort. They are always eating. They have stress they don't resolve. They are not themselves. Midlife, we cannot manage people who can't manage themselves. You can't want a grown-up child, a child with beards. Some people are bottomless pits for food because it's comfort eating. And their body is always stuffy. A nutritionist said, you smell your mouth, you smell the feet, you smell your armpits. Many times there's too much food that has rotten and in, because there is always too much. Your body is hardly managing to get rid of that. Check people take healthy portions. They have evolved past too much. You can take healthy portions more frequently, or just, they take just enough. Those things. The other thing you need to check at that point midlife is men lose their sexual drive when they abuse their body too much. So that they look very well put together, but the generator does not run. So you married a bro. Hey bro. Do you want a bro? So the one thing that collapses when men abuse their body is the sexual function. They become a 2-minute man. And to get the 2 minutes, you have to really cook special foods for 1 month. And buy special powder from the herbalist. So, is he conscious about fitness? That is the first indicator that a man is still agile. When you see that he likes walking or cycling or just something, some things he does purposefully. Do you know we live a sitting lifestyle? We move while seated, work while seated, live. You know we live in very small spaces, so we are always seated. Sedentary lifestyle is the first killer of agility for men. So do you see him consciously just doing work? Many times consciously I park far away to cover my mileage of walking. There's a time I was using an app that counts your steps and gives you how much you've stepped today on the phone. We have watches nowadays. My brother, you can buy a Samsung. There's a Samsung with a, and then it counts how much you walk. When you're on your phone, just be warm and relatable. The next thing I did not get to when I was studying Jennifer from South Africa is that let men see their vacancy in your life. When you talk, highlight what you wish a man will do for you. Bring up those little stresses you wish to be relieved of. The mechanics of maintenance of your cars can seem like a simple thing. The changing of the bulbs and the small things in the house. Those things they're just mechanical and the man enjoys running them. Tell them, sometimes, some things are not for me. I wish somebody would do them. He sees that it's doable and you long for it to be done. Another thing that is very simple in midlife is to know if I get a wise man who can also help me guide my children, advise my children. Another thing that is very strong is when you let him know that you long for a friend, companion, to think with, do journey life with, laugh with, play, just talk. That is so appealing, and a genuine man knows that is a need that will never be exhausted. Also, disambiguate yourself from the independent feminists, the toxic feminists who say, I have my money, I don't need a man. To disambiguate is to separate yourself. Disambiguate yourself by bringing the down-to-earth or real or authentic person. What Lynn here was saying, I'm not pretending like I don't need men. I'm not meant for that kind of celibacy. So I'll be open to company, showing up when he needs me. Date, I cancel things, I come. Those are some of the simple things that show him that you actually need somebody. Men need to be needed. Let the need be easy to see for him. It's real. Sometimes you even ask him ideas, a decision you want to make. The closer you get, the more you involve him on some things you're thinking about. And he involves you too. When you start advising each other that way and you see how it is rhyming, that's where it starts. I was finishing with this midlifers. Your journey of life is so unique. There are some things I may not put generic here. Get a team for your dream. For it to happen very quickly because you have a strict schedule, midlife happens to have you 5 parallel jobs. When you're a single father, a single mother, midlife, you have 5 responsibilities going on. When you have adult children, you are the automatic mentor, advisor, prayer for the watcher to make sure they transition through life, isn't it? Raising adult children is another stress. Guys, you think it's easier. They can mess their life. They are not totally under your roof, but you care about them. There before you used to tell them, you're not going out. I said, now they are not in your house. But you think about them daily. So you still want to work a relationship. Talk to them each week. Sometimes even travel to check on them. You make sure they are navigating well. Some things, but at that time you are a leader, a mentor, advisor. I like to call it matriarch. You have graduated from a mother of babies to a matriarch of grown-ups to show them the way. Another thing is you are trying to build a family business, family investments for security. That's another parallel job. You also have a day-to-day job that you're attending. You also have a social life now where you belong. We took this one for a show, we took this one. Every weekend, one of your friends has a parent who died. Midlife, parents are dying. So we have burials. We have these. Then you also have leadership at church, leadership in your local group, leadership at work. About 5 parallel responsibilities. Where will dating come in? Where will you get the time now to meet casually? That's why you need helpers to tell you the most strategic places to go. I have a package for people like you, and one of the things I can steal for you there that usually works for midlifers is I tell them, the men you are looking for, again, don't think of 60s. When you said 54? Yeah. Very good. Work again 45 to 55 or 50 to 60. Okay? When men are reaching 60, unless he's intentional, he looks way older than the age, isn't it? Men abuse their bodies. David was 70, and the Bible said he was so finished, worn out, he couldn't move. He couldn't even keep warm. Do you remember that? He was collapsing. 70 is not that old. Why are you collapsing? So Davids of this world have fought so many wars. They die of fatigue. They're just finished. He had killed tens of thousands. Remember that? That tens of thousands, that at all. So midlife, huwa tunasema, English, we usually say, buy a car that has at least a reasonable mileage to go. Okay? If David married you when he is 60, and by 70 he can't move, what are you marrying? So actually, I strongly recommend, because energetically, your age mates are 45. The men you are going to age the same, they are behind you. Only men who have lived consciously, they have fitness, they like only those. You won't tell. So I'm not surprised every time people overestimate my age. That's our problem, brother. We age before our time. We fight too much. We stress too much. You know, we don't know softness. Softness for who? My hustler. So by the time we are 70, do you have anything to keep me warm? So stop rushing after those who are aging like you, because you have lived more intentionally. Men are at war every day. Prefer those who are, you can see in terms of tear and wear, Correct. I need to close. Have I answered both questions? Yes, I've said that. Yeah, thank you very much. Please make sure you get a team for the dream. Make sure you don't go home without this book. This is particularly for what will make you get love. Midlife, we launched this. I normally don't explain them. I usually do them personally, but there's one I try to universalize, make it easy. If you're looking to be helped in packages for just for dating, we can do a 2-week journey with you in a course of 2 weeks, and we help you from journeying from where you are, particularly structuring your life for dating. It ranges from $1,000 USD. That's usually the personal coaching, but it's both virtual, physically, from where you're coming from. If you need personal coaching, let's talk more from there. But those of us who came here, I feel a connection with you. I feel if you apply most of what I've told you, it will move you. But some of our specific life situations, for example, Rehema, who I don't know how many children and what age they are, you have to factor who you're bringing. There's a person you can bring and you drift away from your children. Do you want that? There's sometimes the children themselves, they just become difficult. They don't want you to live your life. They're too attached. They think they will lose their mother. You know? Sometimes the children are at a delicate age. I think last time you shared, and your children are at a certain age, eh?
Yes.
What age?
Right now, the first one is 15, the other one is 8.
15 and 8. Do you see that delicate age? They are transitioning. Eh? How many are they?
2.
So 2 are very manageable. What if there are 4? 3. It's like a batch of kids, eh? they need attention, eh? Before children are adult, you also need life. You can't wait forever. So I've journeyed with her personally. I helped her in how to cross that, and I like the way she's really, you're glowing, and I hope you cross sooner. Let's I'll be autographing as there are questions now. Do we have time for questions? We should be closing in about 5 minutes. I think I should just pick 2. I was saying this. The secret sometimes to settling down midlife when you have children is to know that sometimes it's not Nabal who gives you destiny. Nabal gives you children, but it's David who gives you destiny. Sometimes it was your destiny, it was not mistake. You couldn't have done any better. Maybe you didn't know any better, you are not even this awakened. The first chapter of the book of Matthew has only 3 women mentioned the genealogy, and Jews are like Africans. They don't name after women. But that part, we have 3 women. All of them have a special story. For example, Rahab. Rahab joined. She's mentioned. She joined the genealogy. of Messiah having been a prostitute before. She believed God and sided with people of God. Then we have who? Bathsheba. 2 marriages. Then you have who? Ruth. 2 marriages. Those are the side preachers who never preach. I hope you are reading the Bible for yourself, because some of the things that will help you in life will never, they are not convenient for preaching, isn't it? Male society, patriarchal society does not want a woman empowered, freed to move her life forward. Do they? They suppress it. They want to give you bad labels. You are divorcee. Go away. You are big guy. You this one guy. What's wrong with you? Hey, these people. God has another story. I was telling, just humorously, telling Fiona that Christians are more religious than God. They have more rules for you than who? You know, the moment you get a child, they want to tie you. Jennifer's displayed very happy messages there. She showed something she displayed online. Jennifer, even photos, just go up a little. Yes. So go up a little bit. The messages where she started. I liked. Okay. This one was a list of what the person can do. I like. This is good. Ayomide, thank you. Ayomide, thank you. You said you can visit luxury gyms. You can book clubs online or physical. Tennis clubs, golf clubs, exclusive clubs, various sports games, looking good, football, basketball, tennis. Where is this Ayomide? Can you show your face? And then we have luxury bars or restaurants. Go on solo dates. I like that, solo dates. I love it. You are very welcome to chat with anyone, because you're just there and you're open. You're not buried in your phone. When you go for those solo dates, don't be away energetically. Be there. Okay? And then you also have visit charitable events. I like this. You meet like-minded charitable people. Like my wife has a cycle of place, and they used to do that from a long time ago. She has friends. They used to go to children's homes. You donate things from people. You go give. You feel satisfaction. You meet like-minded people. That's a very good idea. True of us. So Jennifer said very funny things there. I loved her. She applied some things. Okay, Jennifer said, so true, men at 60 have faces dropping. It's not funny. All right. So she posted here. This is Jacqueline. Jacqueline posted there and said, this social media advice is working. I have just posted on my pages. Very good. I like that. She posted, it works, guys. Please try it out, all right? And then, yes.
Hi, Benjamin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm privileged to finally meet you.
Most welcome.
Following you closely online. So I have 2 questions. Number 1, is there a standard definition of
Tell people your name. They want to date you.
My name is Linda.
Yes, Linda, you can stand up.
Oh, my name is Linda.
She's a butterfly. She's happy.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Number 1, is there a standard definition of a red flag?
Okay.
Or is it personal?
Okay.
Yes. Is lying a red flag? Is maybe.
It's even a ready to wear.
Okay, and how do you differentiate a red flag from a weakness? Maybe, how do you know maybe this is something that should make you end a relationship versus this is something that someone can work on?
A human struggle.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Once you're done knowing what you want, there's a lady I told, your age mate there, I told her to have a list of what she's looking for, non-negotiables, and what she was not going to debate. So character issues are obvious red flags. Dishonesty, difficulty communicating, somebody who can't just maintain communication, can't control their feelings, they explode with rage, they're still angry with their father, they're still projecting with their former girlfriend on you, they're still not able to, feel, they ghost you because somebody else annoyed them. Those are obvious red flags. Or emotional disabilities, okay, they are workable, they can grow, but there's that now, that person cannot condate the maturity of marriage. We don't look for relationship, we look for, when you look for relationship, you get, people want the sweetness and warmth and the benefits of having a woman when they're not prepared to be the husband. That's a different deal, don't confuse them. I'm looking for a relationship that will potentially lead to marriage. Stupid, you're going to meet users. Relationships has no certificate. People can come in and go as they wish. Once they get the title of your boyfriend, they have a lot of entitlement now, pushing you. Oh, you're keeping me on rent. What are you at me for? If you love me. So don't agree, boyfriend, girlfriend. Don't put it in front. Relationships are like fitting clothes. You never go to shop saying, I just want to fit clothes. Fit clothes. Do you say like that? they ask, do you want to buy? Fitting is testing for buying. So relationships are testing for buying. So don't look for relationship. Look for marriage. When you look for marriage, you are forced to define the husband you're looking, the marriage you're looking, what it should look like. Therefore, you are fitting with those qualities. All right? So we are saying start inside. Get the book called Dating, right? Get the book called Before You Say I Do, and then combine with the one we have now, all right? Lasting Love. They will help you come up with a definition of where you are going. There's also a book called Mastery. That book helps you know the larger life you want and what will take you there.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the